everybody, and welcome back to week 7, day 1. This is going to be part 2, your math part. And today we're starting something brand new. It's going to be joining groups together. So we have a group on this side and we have a group on this side. We're going to put those groups together, and it's called addition. We're adding. Adding means you're going to put two groups together and you'll have one group. So I have some little objects here, and I'm going to do a little addition problem here. I'm going to put so I have a group of stampers on the red paper, and I'm going to make them so that they're all in the light. That one kind of disappeared right there. A little dark. All right, so I have some stampers on the red paper and I have a stamper on the yellow paper. So I have a group here that's on the red paper section, and I have a group that's on the yellow. I want to add these together. So I want to know how many I have in all, or all together. So if I have 3 stampers, 1, 2, 3, and I want to join the group of 1 stamper with it, then I'm going to make one group, and I should put this group in the middle. We'll put them in the middle. Oops, to make one group. So now I have joined those 2 groups together, and I have how many in all? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 in all. So that is about it. Let's do another example though, because I am going to actually keep the stampers and I'm going to join a group of something else, okay? Now, I got these all out of my prize box. So what do I have? Well, I have 3 stampers and I have 3 compass rings. I want to know how many prizes I have in all, or all together. Those are your clue words, in all and all together. So in order to do that, I have to join these 2 groups together. 3 stampers and 3 compass rings. And now I can figure out how many I have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 all together. So I'm using objects to show my groups joining together, and you can always do that. For example, you could use a small object just like a penny or buttons or any type of tiny object that you have that you could use for this purpose, for adding. You just keep them in a little cup, and then whatever your groups you're adding, you could use objects. Now, here is your paper that's in your packet for today. And this paper is going to show us how to prove or show our thinking. It's going to help us show our thinking and help us prove our answers. Okay, so it's a word problem. And I'm going to read the word problem, and I'm going to circle some of the important words, okay? I see 10 snowflakes fall. Well, that number 10 is pretty important. I think we're going to need to know that. My friend sees 6 snowflakes fall. All right, my friend saw 6. That should be important. How many snowflakes did we see fall in all? These are those important words that tell you you are joining these groups together and you are adding them. This is addition. So I want to show this in a drawing. I want to prove my answer. I'm going to put my answer here, what I think we see, how many snowflakes in all. And then I'm going to prove it on my 10 frames and on a number line, which we have not used very much, but there are some number lines here. So whenever you see a problem like this, you're going to want to show how you solved it, not just, oh, it's in my brain. Although that's a good way to do it. But right now we're showing our work, and that's important too. So someone who's looking at your work can kind of tell what you were thinking. So I see 10 snowflakes. I am going to put just a smiley face here. I did it in blue, which is kind of silly, but I guess I will change that. All right, so I did a smiley face for me, okay? Me. There I am. And then I'm going to do one over here for my friend. So I have each of us there, and this is my friend. Okay, you don't have to write that. You can just do two people. I see 10 snowflakes. So that is how many snowflakes I'm going to draw for myself. And I'm just going to draw an X and then a line through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are the snowflakes that I saw. My friend saw 6 snowflakes. So now I'm going to draw my friend's snowflakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how many my friend saw. I have 10 and I have 6. You can count them to make sure. How many snowflakes did we have in all? We see, I'm going to write a number in here, snowflakes in all. So what strategy could we use right now? We could count. We could count to show how many there are in all. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if I count them, the number that I get to is 16, which is written with a 1 and a 6. So I'm going to put that. That's how many I think we see in all. Now I'm going to prove that on my 10 frame and my number line. Okay? So how many did I have? I had 10. That means that this 10 frame is full because 10 frame means 10 things all filled up all the squares. My friend saw 6, so I need to do 6 in this 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have seen this before. We did our numbers 11 to 20 using 10 frames, knowing how to write it. This one 10 frame, right, is the 10. There it is, 10. And this is how many more? 6 more. Okay, so far so good. This matches this. This matches this. Everything comes out the same. Good job. Good for us. Now I'm going to use this this number line down at the bottom. And a number line can be used by thinking about how many jumps or hops that you're going to make from number to number. So from 0 to 1 is 1 hop, or counting 1 more. Okay, now I had 10, so do I need to count all of these up to 10? I don't think so. I think I'm going to hop right over to 10 because that's how many I have in my 10 frame. And I'm quite sure of that. I saw 10. This is the number 10. I know where it is on the number line, and there I am. That's how many I have. Now, my friend saw 6 more, so we are going to use our number line right now to show how many hops? 6 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So here we are on 10. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What number did we land on? We landed on 16. I'm going to make that even bigger so you can see it up close. Here are my 10, and then my friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you notice something? That from 10, each hop, 1 more. Oh, 10 and 1 more. 2, 10 and 2 more, 3 hops, 10 and 3 more, and so on up to 20. Now, it will change after that, but it still goes up one step at a time, one number at a time. So the number after 20, the next hop would be 21. 2 10 frames and 1 more. So it just follows a really nice pattern for us, but it also proves that our numbers all match up. And this is how we show our work. This is how we prove it. Okay, so when you're doing this page, it's very important to do all these steps. Don't just like, oh, I know 10 and 6 more is 16. I'm just going to write it. I want to see you show your work. It's very important when you get into upper grades that you are able to do that. So that's what this math is all about. Now, I wanted to just step aside from math for a minute, and I wanted to tell you that I was, in our reading lesson, I was cutting out these vowel cards. Do you remember that from our reading lesson? I was cutting out these letters from our big letter page. You got over here. And I realized something. While I was cutting, I saw all of these little yellow paper scraps. And it reminded me that I made my Monterey Bay Aquarium artwork. And I never do this, but I'm going to show you. It's up on my wall. There it is. Make it a little bigger. And there it is. Okay? And in the Monterey Bay Aquarium art, there was a lesson about making these curly coral for the coral reef. Well, when I was cutting out these letters, what I noticed was, hey, everybody could be using these yellow pieces of paper. So if you haven't cut out your letters yet, go ahead and do that, and then do the Monterey Bay Aquarium artwork, and you will have little yellow pieces of paper that you can cut and curl. And you just really just cut a little bit, but you don't cut it off. You just stop, and then you turn it over and do something on the other side. And you don't tear it off, you just stop. See that? I just cut, but I stop. And then I cut again, and I stop. And I don't cut too far over because I want to cut another one on this side. So I have these little cuts here, and that is when I rolled them around on my paintbrush. Don't have my paintbrush out, but you can use a pencil too, or a color pencil, or anything small. You can use a straw, anything that's a cylinder. And you roll it, and that's how it curls. So just a little something I was thinking about when I did our reading today. All right, well, that is the end of week 7, day 1. And I will see you back here next time for day 2. See you next time.